Okay, today we're going to work on one of the Jeep XJs that has a check engine light and a P340 code, which let me show you what that means. So this thing was having some hard time starting, and it was through a check engine light, and it's got this P340 code, which is a camshaft positioning sensor. Repair immediately or drivability issues. Now, it's not doing it right now, but it was very, very hard to start, and it threw that code. So, what the device is telling me is that this device right here is the culprit. Now, what I've over the years working on these Jeep 4-liters, what I've determined is that, yes, the majority of time when that code is thrown, it is that position camshaft sensor that I just showed you. But sometimes the crankshaft positioning sensor is the culprit because it's not linking up with the camshaft. So anyway, this crankshaft positioning sensor I think was changed a few years ago. I can't remember. But the camshaft positioning sensor, I believe, is original. So this is what I located. Okay, so before we start hating on the AutoZone part, I'll give you a little tip about these AutoZone. Every now and then you'll get lucky, and this is an example of that. This, although is the AutoZone house brand Duralast, you look on the side and it does say right here, made in the USA. So you may say that, okay, that's weird. And if you take a look inside, that's my receipt here, you get one camshaft positioning sensor, and it comes with the 2 bolts, and you'll see why those bolts are important. So that tells me this is not some cheap imported knockoff. This very well could be an OEM equivalent replacement. So there's a number that is on the side. You're welcome to look that up. But what tends to happen with these is there's a magnet in here that tends to fall out. And we're about to check it out on that XJ, and it comes with these 2 screws. And the reason why is because in a lot of cases, these are seized up or rounded off. So I'm really glad that the Duralast unit came with those. And a benefit of this particular brand is you do get the lifetime warranty from AutoZone. So these bolts that come with this are a 7/32 or a 5.5 millimeter if you want to go that route. So that's what comes with it. Let's see if it's the same on the actual unit. Okay, it is the same. Hopefully these are not seized up. Nope, that came off really easy. Okay, I've got the nuts loose, but they don't come all the way out. They just kind of come out a little bit, and this should lift right up, which it did. And okay, here's the old one out. I'm not so sure you can bench test these, but this is the one that I took out. It does say made in Taiwan right there, so I'm not so sure if this is original. But if you look on the back here, the way that this is designed is definitely different. This actually doesn't rub on anything, so I'm not so sure why that looks like that. And another thing you can see is the electronics here is obviously on the new one's real smooth. On the old one here, it looks to have overheated, and you see a little pitting right here. So not so sure you can bench test this. I'd never seen anyone doing it. But the good news is this looks to be the same pinout and the same bolts. So the reverse is you just stick it in. Prior to connecting it, I always like to clean my electrical connections with this electronic cleaner, so I am going to spray it into that connector right there. Also going to clean out this little area where it rides in. Prior to installing this, you want to go ahead and thread the little bolts in there as much as you can. Installation is pretty simple. It just self-aligns. Trouble taking the old connector off. Basically, you just push down on this piece right here, and it will release. I used a screwdriver to help me with that. It just sets down really simple. And I'll hand tighten these. There's no torque specs, I don't think, for this, because it's just a little cheap piece of plastic, so do not over tighten this. And then once I get them tight, just plug this in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's up with that? Maybe it's just tight? Huh. That's not good. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It is tight, boy. Let's see. You know, I actually have some lubricant. This here is some plastic lubricant. I'm going to spray a little bit on that. See if I can, because that'll never come off if it's very tight. Whew, okay, after some lubricant, it's on there good and tight now. Okay, so I'm going to erase this code. Let me see if it starts first. Okay, it started right up, no check engine light. Let me erase this code real quick. Erase, yes. Now, of course, the race was successful, and normally it has to have a few issues before it pops up, so I'll give y'all an update in a day or so. All right, no code, so we'll drive this thing for a couple of days and see if that takes care of the issue. Well, this seems to have repaired the issue with this old XJ, so don't be too quick to go out and search for OEM. I mean, I think OEM is better, but that's about 150 bucks. This is about 45 or 50. So go to your local AutoZone and look inside the box. You might just get lucky and get a made in USA or an OEM part in that box, because they source those parts from all over the place. So win on this one. We finally fixed it. So y'all have a great weekend.